All right. So this stream's gonna be a little different. I I've been out for like 2 weeks. It's not like what I do is very important or very meaningful on this YouTube channel, but after everything that's happened today, let me check if this stream's going good right now. All right, audio seemed pretty good to me. So anyway, I you know with everything that's happened, and I just wanted to stream because I wanted I wanted somewhere because I don't know if you may have guessed, but I don't really talk to a lot of people outside of my like family, and family is not really something you talk. I don't really want to say politics because I don't really lean one side or the other, but family's not really a place you talk politics because that's what we'll get to eventually. Is that eventually politics it's just gonna rip everything away because people have that control their lives nowadays. They live on whether they lean left or to the right, and that's just that's not exactly destroying our. Well, it is okay. Well, it is. It's destroying basically our society because if you lean left to the right, that also might change how you see and view other people that are different from you. You know, we live in America, and you would think, this is a land where we view people who are different as good, but clearly it's not because not because we just hate that person because they're different, but because people who are different take it to the extremes. I'm not saying I'm leaning, but that's not saying the people who view the extremists are also not extremists. You know, that's just our society now. We're leaning to extremist politics. You know, and like exactly how I titled this stream. I fully believe society is cooked. Never in a million years. Or not in a million years. I guess parading over someone's death. It's not. This isn't the first time it's happened, and this probably won't be the last time it's gonna. It's probably gonna happen like next week for all I know. But parading someone who isn't like this. I I don't even think he was like. I don't even think he had a job in politics. Charlie Kirk. He didn't. Like I don't think so. He was just a figurehead. Like he just spoke his mind, and because he spoke his mind, he was murdered, assassinated. You live in America. You think you're land of the free, freedom of speech. You get to speak your mind. But if you speak your mind in this extremist political climate, you're dead. Your days are limited, I guess. Um, yeah, like your days are limited, I guess. Speaking your mind now is now not illegal, but illegal to the people, and that's just you can come up with this grand conspiracy is that's what the government wants. Their own civilians policing other civilians into censorship. Which I mean, you could make a case for that because the government isn't our friend. It helps us, yes, but they're not looking out for our best interests. That's like the main thing with this too, that us in a society, it's kind of like a black pill. Like when you figure out that people are not your friends, or I mean strangers, of course they're not your friends, but they're not looking out to help anyone. They're not looking for anyone's best interest other than themselves or their political party or their viewpoint, whoever stands with their viewpoint. Because it's not just about Whoa, what button is this? Because it's not just about them. Let me probably put YouTube, because that's what we were gonna do. We were gonna go on a private YouTube. Hopefully that, yeah, on a private YouTube and just see what we can find. Just showing, the worst. I don't know about Twitter. I know Twitter likes to blindside you with some, oh no, I'll get grog, with some really crazy stuff, but we'll see. Just see what people are posting, what people are saying about, about the society right now. Yeah, like it takes you, like, it gets you a little black pilled when, I wasn't raised off, but, in media, and what I believe in is always helping others, trying your best to have you get viewed by other people as, as a nice person, because, that's what helps us the most, is being nice to each other, because that, and, it's like like it infects other people. Like, if you see someone being nice to someone else, you also want to be that way. But sadly, that's a bit of a what's the word, ignorant mindset, I guess I would say, or like, that's just not how people are anymore, or at all. Like, I don't know if that was a mindset to have ever been had, but we're opportunistic human beings, and when you see someone being weak, as most people would probably look being nice as being weak, people will trample on you. Like, just like at a job, you'll see people, you see someone, helping someone out at a job, and that opportunistic person is will take that for granted and maybe demand other stuff from that same person helping. Of course, that's not everyone. But, when you're, like, I'll admit, I am internet brain rot. I'm on Twitter, I'm on Reddit, I'm on that. When I'm not, gaming, when I'm not at work, when I'm not doing other stuff that I like, I'll peruse through the internet, and, that takes up, like, 2-4 hours of my day. Not like at a time, like I'm not on the internet for 2-4 hours at a time, but like all the times I check on my phone, it's probably adds up to 2 to 4 hours. And that, I would say that is a bit internet brain rotted of me, but from what I see, that's mostly a lot of people, especially on people on X and Reddit, because that's the two main websites I go on. And it also surprised me seeing how much, people's lives, as you can see, in the left corner, but as you can, how much people's lives are just so reliant on the internet, getting, I guess you would say, brownie points from people, like-minded individuals. I went from one topic to another, and I really don't remember where I'm at now. But just transitioning from people, hive mind, because that's what X is. That algorithm will see what you like, and they will put you in this echo chamber hive mind place, and that's what gives you gratification, is being correct, or having people, like-minded people, agree with what you say. It's like winning in gambling. It's like gambling. Like, you get this, I forgot what it's called, but you get this, like, chemical reaction in your brain that makes you feel good, and that's what having people agree on you on X, of all places. Like, if people agree with you in person, that's people want to be, what is it? People would rather be agreed upon on X than in real life. But that only because, on X, that's going to happen more often than not. And to a bigger audience. So people just want that gratification of being correct and right. And I've, as much as I want to say that I don't fall into that, there's times where I do, because that's what algorithms do. They cater to what you like to see, and sometimes I have a hard time realizing that that's what I'm thinking is pretty subjective and not objective. I like to be an objective person, but as a human being, bias do take over. And I just, as a person, I just strive to be as objective as possible. And when I've come to realize, or I like to be an objective person, and I like to speak with facts. But sometimes you realize you're not the most intelligent person in the room, and most people don't actually like when you speak facts. Most people like to be agreed upon, like I said before. And so, when you speak objectively, and I'm not going to say with facts because, sometimes I'm not always factual, but when you speak objectively, people, you're not going to be the most popular person in the room. And that's where, just people like that attention, people like being liked by others, people like being agreed upon, and it just comes down to the fact that there's people that prey upon you feeling that way. And this is kind of where our society has gone to. People know, government officials know that. People who like to take advantage of that know that. And that's, like I said, that's where society is at. I get like, I feel like I'm getting repetitive, so maybe we can go. Let me actually move this out the way. Is it 3? Yeah, it is. Okay, let me make an account, a fresh X account. And my name's gonna be John. Wait, hopefully that doesn't. Alright, I forgot they asked for a phone number. I already have one of my phone numbers on this, so hopefully like it doesn't mess up the account making, or else I gotta make a new email, random off the gritty email. Okay. You know what? Give me a second. Alright, this probably might show up. Where is it? It's right there. No. There it is. I knew that was going to show up. Dude, I hate these shits, man. There's always something. There's always a new update. And it's so annoying. Anyway, while we do this, K-pop Demon Hunters, anyone? Fantastic. And I guess that's another leeway. The word black pill, I guess we all know what that means, but when you see it from an outside perspective, you're like, oh, you always see. You think that person always sees like the bad side of everything, and honestly, yeah, that's pretty much what it is. Let's see, go live. Is there anything I need to do? No. Let me just title it the same way. I'm trying to stream on Twitch. I think I spelled society wrong, but whatever. Can I just what? Oh. Oh my god, my Enable broadcasting. What is that? Enhanced broadcasting automatically optimizes your settings to encode and send multiple video qualities to Twitch. Selecting this option will send basic information about your computer. No, I'm good. I'm just gonna go. I forgot I changed my name to that. I don't really remember why I changed my name to that, but I did. Alright, nothing's showing up. So I think... Oh my god. Don't tell me Twitch has to be... Yeah, okay. Which one is it this? No. Is it this? Okay, I gotta add another source. Share a monitor? Add a source? Display capture, add source. Automatic. Yeah, that one. Display. Yeah, that one. Oh, well, you got a sneak peek of that. Alright, done. Alright, anyway, there we go. We got it right there. I guess the stream's going on now. Whoa. Wait, why was there so much feedback? Give me a second. One, two, three, 7, 8, 9. Alright, it was just because of that. Ooh, actually, oh my god. I realized I'm showing this. Thank the Lord, I wasn't actually showing anything too crazy. Okay. Alright, anyway, we should be good to go. Skip for now. Skip for now. Skip for now. Do I have to pick one of them? I don't know. I like anime, so let's just put that for now. You know what? Let's do a more broader term. Music. Alright, next. What? You're forced to follow one account. Oh! Whatever. I don't know who this person is, but we're following the first person we see. Alright, we're on Twitter. And whoa, that's the first thing we see. Now I gotta turn off the thing on both. Anyway, that's first thing we see. But I mean, it's like a broad, not broad, but it's like a main topic. So I don't really, I can't really fault it. But just this, they want, who wants it? I don't know, but it feels like they want us all divided. I don't know who, politicians, government officials, the same thing basically. But someone, because, that it sounds like a conspiracy, but there probably is people who would want us divided, because the nation, I guess in my opinion, has never felt so divided as it has now. Maybe it has, maybe because I'm just, I'm older now, well, not older, I'm not a 30-year-old man, 40-year-old man, but I'm able to comprehend what the topics they're discussing and what's going on around in our society. But we have, like I've said before, our far leaning left and our far leaning right, and they're extremists. You know, we have people parading over someone's death. Was he a good person? That's up for debate. I kind of lean to no. Does that mean he deserves to die? No, he he didn't directly kill someone. He didn't directly commit mass genocide. You know, people were comparing mourning, not mourning, but you know, people were comparing. You know, why would we not make fun of Charlie Kirk's death? You know, some of you. No, it's not that. Sorry. Why would we? Why are people defending Charlie Kirk? People defending Charlie Kirk are like is like defending Hitler, and that's kind of not what they were saying. But I hope you get what I'm saying. But you know, people were kind of comparing Charlie Kirk to that. I mean, Hitler committed mass genocide. I know that word's probably gonna get me off any algorithm that might have put me into anybody, but this man didn't kill anyone. I read on some Twitter tweets that he was indirectly killing transgender people, because of the things he said. But that is what is freedom of speech. He didn't directly tell one transgender kid to do this, do that. Some person took that, whatever he said, and decided to end their lives. I know that sounds super, super harsh, but he just spoke his mind, and sadly that had an adverse effect. Did he deserve to die because of indirectly, I'm using quotes here because he I don't think he meant for anyone to die with the words he said. He just wanted to speak his mind. He didn't deserve that. His family, his wife didn't deserve that. His children, his $2 didn't deserve that. If he came out, this is in quotation, this is speculation, not speculation, but this is just thrown out theory, not or a joke. Like if he was at those Epstein Island or Diddy parties, and we found out he was a major contributor there, like, I guess then he's pretty vile. That's a pretty vile thing to do, but he's not that. Or they haven't proven, they haven't said anything about that. He's just a person who went to go speak his mind. He had some things that many people didn't agree with, and he spoke his mind out. He paid the price. That's not the America anyone should ever want to live in, where if someone disagrees with you, then you die. There's a lot of murders that happen that way, and no one ever likes that. But now that a majority of people's person that they dislike died, they're now doing it. Who? Oh wow, look at that. Actual. No one. I was on Twitter like 2 days ago. What was it, 2 days ago? No one was talking about 9/11. Usually people are like making memes about 9/11, and yeah, but no one was talking about 9/11. Hopefully, nothing crazy gets shown up here. All right, okay. Maybe this Twitter thing wasn't the best, but all right. Donald Trump Jr. Anyone else notice that when one of our heroes was assassinated in cold blood, if in front of thousands of people, including his wife and young kids, that not a single store in America had to board up their windows? That tells us everything you need to know. He might have made that half asleep because, that wasn't the best written tweet, or he probably typed really fast. Before I go any further, I lean nowhere. I really don't care about politics. I know people find that blasphemy. I know people find that as a waste because, politics is our lives. As much as I don't want to admit, politics is our life, Ooh, everything is governed by politics, what happens to people's rights is governed by whoever is in president, whoever is in the Congress, But I haven't found anything worthwhile to speak my mind about or vote. So I've never voted. The last election between Kamala Harris and Donald Trump was my first election that I could participate, and I decided not to vote. Why? Because I felt like voting would have been a waste of time, and because none of the candidates were to my liking. I know no one can promise exactly what I want. I know no one's perfect, but I truly felt that voting between Kamala Harris and Donald Trump was like voting for dog shit or cat shit. Like there was literally no difference. So I decided not to vote. So I never took in any political tests, see whether I do lean left to the right, but I'm saying now I lean nowhere. I like to think logical. I like to think objectively, and that you may call me a fence sitter, but yeah, whatever. Damn, this mouse is ass. Why am I getting this? Crowds are now chanting "We are Kirk" in South Korea. Really? Wow, that was really loud. All right, I have seen that Charlie Kirk has been paraded around. I wouldn't say the world because I've only seen two different places, which was in Korea and another place. I'm really, I didn't know Charlie Kirk had such a reach around the world. What they like about him, I'm not too sure. It does baffle me a little bit that we are. I guess maybe because I honestly I've never seen Charlie Kirk. The only time I ever saw Charlie Kirk was when they would post like those two like people, I forgot the name, what that one guy's name and the other girl's name with the nose ring, where they were just where they would debate him, and they would always point it as Charlie Kirk losing. Anyway. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, I wouldn't take it that far, calling people who assassinate someone because they're oh, I mean, yeah, okay. Um, probably. Um, but the people who are parading over an assassination on someone they don't disagree on someone they disagree with, it's because of they're so used to being agreed with. We live in we live in a society where everything's catered to us, and that whatever, wherever we go, a YouTube algorithm will give us whatever we want. If I'm a left leaning person, they'll give me left leaning content, and nothing will ever challenge their viewpoint, and that's why people are like that now. No one's ever challenged them. No one's going to challenge them because that's the way our society is built on. On Twitter. I put music, they're gonna give me music. I start liking they're giving me broad music thing. Like, I don't like Ariana Grande. Like, not like as a person, but her music. I don't like her music. So, once they give me something like, as an instance, Slipknot. Like, I like Slipknot. Once I start liking Slipknot content and I don't like Ariana Grande content, they're not gonna give me Ariana Grande content anymore. They're gonna even start giving me Slipknot content. What if like Ariana Grande drops like a banger, and because I stopped liking Ariana Grande content and they're not recommended me any of her content anymore, her music, I don't know that song anymore. It tightens my horizon. Like, it doesn't broaden my horizon. Like, it doesn't broaden uh, extra ways I can think, or extra ways I could like music. It closes me off. And that's what a lot of people are up to now. Think about this for a second. A young American activist is murdered on U.S. soil, and the chant for his name is echoing in Seoul, South Korea. When the world recognizes a martyr before his own government does, the battle is bigger than borders. Charlie Kirk's fight wasn't local; it was global. I gotta get like a refresher, because I honestly don't know why he was so beloved over. You probably say, like, if you don't know Charlie Kirk, why are you talking about him? Just because I can. That's what it is. America. You can speak whatever you want.
You guys should laugh.
Wait.
In fact, I even think that we should bring back, public executions on certain people. No, but think about it. I think that, and you guys should laugh, it should be public, it should be quick, it should be televised. By the way, you could fund the government
to watch it.
You could have, like, brought to you by Coca-Cola. And no, I'm not kidding. In fact,
I actually don't know the point of that video, but I mean, would a public execution be so bad? You already have death sentences. So if people who deserve or have a death sentence were to have a public execution, would that really be too bad? Is that a barbaric thing to do? Because, I believe, we have so many criminals, we have so much crime, especially where I'm from. Like, I get a damn watch notification every damn second. There's always another, I don't know how accurate there is, but there's always another convicted sex offender moving into my fucking neighborhood. Like come on. But, if the worst of the worst are already getting, death sentences, might as well have a public execution. Is there supposed to be advertisements for it? Probably not. That's kind of sickening. Why would you advertise a public execution? Just do a public execution. That may ward off criminals that might do a crime later. I would never commit any heinous crime because I'm afraid of going to prison. But some people aren't. Some people find that as a second house. As a homeless person, I'm not saying homeless people should be publicly executed. They need help. But as a homeless person, like, that's probably the only place you can find shelter sometimes. Charlie Kirk was a horrible person. It should be public. It should be quick. It should be televised. He should have been more careful of what he wished for on other people. No one deserves... Well, I guess that was a bit of a contradiction then. No person that hasn't committed any heinous crimes should be assassinated, murdered. He was just doing his he was just speaking his mind out. Clashes in London between patriots and anti-fascists. What? I'm not sure I know what that means. What? Huh. Anyway. Oh my god, the left has no... I've seen this so much. Like, people I doubt it. But people think this will cause a civil war. I highly doubt it. People have been talking about, you know, just like in, where was it in here, if I search up like Discord president, it'll tell me. No, what the fuck? Nepal. There you go. In Nepal, they just committed a coup. They didn't like the regime or whatever. They didn't like their sitting president or prime minister, whatever they have, and they ended up doing a coup. They killed his wife. I think they made him go, they made him flee. I don't think he's actually dead. The previous, and they elected their own president. And the reason something like that will never happen here, or won't happen for a while won't happen until things get really bad, is because we have entertainment. Why would a normal person who has a nice, Toyota Corolla, that has a nice job, that goes home to a beautiful girlfriend or wife, and can play can watch anything on demand on Netflix, or go play a video game and distract themselves for 3 hours, ever go and risk their life to topple over a government? That government has allowed them to have that entertainment, and they know it. Everyone knows it. That's why nothing has happened. Even though you see all these people, which everyone on X, pretty much almost everyone on X, are very extremist people, Don't, a lot of people, a lot of times where I'm like, wow, is this really what the world is? But no, it's just really what the internet world is. A lot of people who say stuff here won't actually say it in real life. A lot of the people who are on X aren't indicative of the people who actually live in the real world. I mean, people are... This guy out here, actually. Whoa. How they know I like Korean girls? How they know? I'm sorry. That is kind of funny. Who post? Dude, AI is crazy. You'll have people shit posting with this profile pic on. That is funny as fuck. Is his name really Pauly Wally? No, his name is not Pauly Wally. His name's probably Paul. Alright, that's just funny. AI is a crazy thing. That's another thing to talk about. Unite the kingdom. Raise the colors. What? Wait, what are they? Whatever they're marching for in the UK is different than here? Or I don't understand. My American friends, please watch this. This Israeli singer dedicated a song in memory of Charlie Kirk next to a beautiful mural of Charlie in Israel, made by an Israeli street artist. I got nothing to say, to be honest. In recent days, I probably should have read it while I was reading it, but in recent days, we have learned just how many Americans in position of authority, child services, law clerks, hospital nurses, teachers, government workers, even DoD employees, have been deeply and violently radicalized, the consequence of a vast organized ecosystem of indoctrination. I mean, people voicing their opinion about Charlie Kirk and about the assassination, that's freedom of speech. But there are people that are taking it to extreme. There are people laughing. There are people happy. There are people who even ask their kids. I saw a video. I didn't watch the whole thing. I actually wasn't really paying attention, but she was asking like her children, oh, do you know something like what was good? You know, something good happened today, and they're like, what? Trump died or Elon Musk died, and I'm like, why would your children ever be in a position to be saying those type of things? They're children. They should not be caring right now. They should be living their life, because life gets so much worse when you're at past 18. Like, that's just society. It gets me so riled up, and shouldn't. I mean, it probably should, because our society is crumbling into this. I actually don't know who Stephen Miller is. Deputy Chief of Staff for Policy and Homeland Security Advisor. President Trump should have issued a day one mandate to all agencies to fire all Biden and Obama operatives. That's a little too much. You know, I know people. Alright, so, you know, people are going to use this for an inch, you know, an inch or foot or mile to their side. And, you know, Laura Loomer, whatever she's saying, is good for her side. Is it good for the rest, for the middle? No. I mean, probably not. Like, come on. I was a lifelong Republican and am still pro-life. And I admit that the left scares me. However, you frighten me more with your revolutionary language. I am worried that this administration is not conservative like Ronald Reagan, but intent on conflict. President Trump is not unifying this country. He's not, you know. Is there things that maybe Donald Trump has done correctly? Not correctly, but that I might agree with? Very little. You know, he's not this evil person, but he's also not like this all-knowing person, businessman. I mean, he is a businessman. He's richer than I will ever be. He's smarter than probably I will ever be. But, you know, I'm smart enough to know that he's doing things that are probably not good for the greater people. This is a Christian nation. Until you address that issue, there will be sin and evil. Okay, so that's another thing. You know, I've noticed that the people, you know, who advocated for Charlie Kirk, are also, like, you know, they're heavy Christian people. This, you know, you have your freedom of religion. Freedom of religion. I forgot what amendment that was, or if it was in the Bill of Rights, but that is a right you have to freedom of religion. You have the right to practice any religion or practice no religion at all. What this is implying is that everyone should be, well, at least this is what I'm getting at, is that everyone should be a Christian. This is a Christian nation. Until you address that issue, there will be sin and evil. Yes, well, no, this isn't a Christian nation. This is a nation that can practice any religion that they want. May the majority of people be Christian? Yes. But this is a nation that can practice any religion. I keep seeing it, so I'm going to say it right now. I don't like modern rap or trap or whatever genre they like to make up. I don't really like it. Alright, I'm actually tired of seeing this damn commercial or Cardi B tweet. I've independently confirmed that Charlie Kirk's assassin did in fact have a transgender boyfriend. I'm sorry, that did give me a little bit of a chuckle. This is LGBT extremism. A lot more will be revealed soon. The far-right narrative is absolute bullshit, not even close to true, but fall for it. Wait, when he says they have a transgender boyfriend, is that a girl into a guy or a guy into a girl? No, I'm assuming it's a girl into a guy. Wait, so the guy was gay? Huh? No. Was that a no? It's a guy into a girl, right? No, but he said I don't get it. No, I honestly don't know. Candace Owens? Wait, no, isn't this? Oh, oh, that's crazy. These people are these people like that. This is the extremist thing too. I mean, yes, he didn't deserve to die. Yes, you should get. I mean, if people should get riled up, but you're making it seem like this is 9/11.5, and I mean, it's sad that someone died, but there's let's just say there's other things that probably should be addressed a little more, okay? Like how we had two school shootings in probably the same month. I think. I can't remember. I know we had that school shooting in Minnesota and then some other church school one. I think that was last month actually. But the fact that I'm saying that there's another school shooting last month, it should not be a thing. Um so yeah, there's probably other things that should be addressed.
Have the money to fund my
Wait, can you pause? Will you have to wait till the last minute to decide current? Wait, will you have to wait till the last minute to decide? Currently, job hunting would be financing my trip and room if I were to go. Need to be responsible of finances until I lock the.
my trip. He told me that they had scholarships available and to email him directly and he'd be able to take care of it. I did, and that's the story of how I got to be a part of the Young Black Leadership Summit, which was instrumental in springboarding me to where I am today. Now, I share that story because he didn't have to do that. And if he was a racist person, why would he do that? I'm so tired of people being besmirched.
All right, I have nothing to say. I don't really know. You know, a judge should always be, you know, objective. But deep down, we're still human. Humans, as much as they like to be, are not objective. They are subjective. They like to go with their feelings. They like to go what they think of. And that's no fault to anyone because that's how we are bred and that's how we are born. But maybe keep this quote or opinion to yourself. You know, rest in hatred and division. A judge should probably not be saying that. Then again, that's also a bit of a contradiction to what I've said. You know, that I guess that is his freedom of speech. I guess, you know, I mean, disregard what I said, I guess. That is his freedom of speech. If it affects the way he judges, then that is no longer able to be withheld or able to be withstand by the freedom of speech. You know, it's affecting his job and the way he perceives people. So, you know, as long as it's not affecting his job, I guess. Okay, another thought. You know, I'm talking about how freedom of speech. You know, I guess it is people's freedom of speech that they can make fun of people, that they can go in the internet and ridicule someone who's died. But while there's freedom of speech, there's also a bit of morale, there's a bit of humanity. And that's kind of what I'm advocating for, is people have lost that humanity, you know, or people have lost empathy towards other people that they may disagree with. And, you know, there's always internet trolls, you know. As much empathy as there is in the world, you know, there's always going to be someone who's making a troll Wait, where's the mic thing? Okay. There's always someone who's gonna, troll. But that's not what this is anymore. Oh, I gotta refresh. Can you, like, Yeah, that's pretty cool, actually. Slash. I like Guns N' Roses, so. Lived with a transgender partner. Okay, so, I know there's been some correlation, and people are gonna use this, title, or Charlie Kirk shooter Tyler Robertson lived with a transgender partner to attack transgender people. But that's this is how society is now, and it saddens me because people will take anything they can grab and fight the other side with it, and we should all be united. We're the United States. But that's just not what we are anymore. Look, they are attacking people. They're people. Okay, they're ugly. Okay, some of these people are ugly, and they probably hand chosen the ugliest people they can find. But they're still people. Oh, was that unidentifiable source? Oops, my bad. I should have probably read that. In her first social media post, Erica Kirk, Charlie Kirk's wife, posted video and photos from the last 48 hours, and she adds, "They have no idea what they just ignited within this wife. If they thought my husband's mission was big now, you have no idea. All of you, will never ever forget my husband, Charlie Kirk. I'll make sure of it." I guess she's probably the only person that should be that should be calling a war, but everyone else who's calling a war, like, what are you fighting? But it's just, I guess what? Yeah, how'd I get wrestling? Oh, because Drake's right there. No, I was about to search up this song on YouTube, but then that would have changed the algorithm to Drake, and I can't stand that guy. All right, that was. Uh, uh, no. So no university should ever have that. But no university should only be compiled of a person that only has of a group of people that only have one like mind. No university should not look at everyone's resume and see if they're leaning right or left or conservative. But this is it. Like, wait, are they playing my song? No, they're not playing at all. All right, cool. What?
A lot of them don't want to get the help. Billions of dollars to mental health and the homeless population. A lot of them don't want to take the programs. A lot of them don't want to get the help that is necessary. You can't give them a choice. Either you take the resources that we're going to give you, and or you decide that you're going to be locked up in jail. That's the way it has to be now. Or involuntary lethal injection or something. Just kill them.
Yeah, Brian, why did it have to get to this point?
Right. I would say this: we're not voting for the right people. In North Carolina, wake up.
I mean, that is some of the craziest. Let's hear that again.
Yeah, Brian, why did it have to get to this point?
I mean, 20 years ago, 2000, the year 2000, would anyone ever be saying this? People think, I have a lot of alone time. I think a lot of things, very vile things. I will admit that. Do I truly back behind those vile things I think? Probably not. But 20 years ago, people knew that. Or people, I mean, I guess they were shamed for even speaking of things like that. But now we're in a world where everyone is paraded and look, someone like that, someone like Brian Kilmeade feels enough to say that. I mean, that's under freedom of speech, but I mean, there's just some things you shouldn't say. Like, I know homeless people, yes, that is a big problem. It's a very hard problem because a lot of homeless people are drug addicts. They can't go an hour a day, a week without, some heroin or something. I don't know. But there are homeless people that do want that help, need that help, and there are probably homeless people who are drug addicts and need help to get away from those drugs. Involuntary lethal injection. So you're forcing them. You're committing murder. I know homeless people are, a lot of people look at homeless people and they think they are the scum of the earth. And it's kind of hard not to fault people who think that way because, you're walking down and you just see some homeless person tweaking out, throwing profanities out. When you're like with your little sister or your little brother or with your children, you don't want that. You just look at them and you can't help but think bad stuff. But I just don't know how I don't know how to tackle these things like homelessness. I like to criticize, but if I also can't come up with a reasonable alternative, then I mean it's pretty hard to criticize. I don't like to just criticize and not give any points on how to help. But that's how it is. I don't like the lack of context. Who knows what they were talking about before this very short clip, but it sure doesn't sound good. Okay, at least they admitted it, that it doesn't sound good. But honestly, I'm trying to think, what sort of context would give whatever he said any, less of a blowback? A poorly stated joke. A joke about what? Perhaps, but I'll take the context. Thank you. Okay. All right. It's not that serious. Like people look at that. People take things so serious. The context is absolutely clear in the clip. Holy fuck balls, dude. Delete your account seriously. I mean, not the brightest individual we have here, Rob Jones, but you know, you'll get the context. I don't know what he's looking for, to be honest. All right, I'm kind of curious, to be honest. I'm sorry, that's still funny. I don't like the lack of context. I'm sorry, that's just funny. Um, I could ridicule this guy for saying that. He's still allowed to say that. Freedom of speech is not being. It's like not like I could criticize him for saying that, but he shouldn't go to jail for what he said. He shouldn't. He shouldn't die because of what he said. That is freedom of speech. You shouldn't go to jail and you shouldn't die. I could still criticize what he said. I've been warning America for more than a decade, in uniform and out of uniform, about the rise of Islamism and Marxism, an unholy alliance that doesn't accept any form of God at its very core. I have been consistently standing up against those dangerous ideas, and I have been persecuted for speaking truth to power. I had the distinct honor of being fired by two presidents, one because he couldn't handle the truth, and the other who was told a lie by those Judases around him, Judases who still exist today. However, the short missive is not about me. It is about America's future. We are in an existential arc of U.S. history, and we must act. Our leaders, starting with the real Donald Trump, must fight through the noise of those advising him that this is about political differences between two-party system. It is not, and far from it. Large swaths of our government have been taken over by radicalized groups like cancer takes over the human body and eventually destroys it. It is vastly deeper than most realize. It goes from the federal government all the way down to the local levels. Consider the take over. Damn, how long is this? All right, well, he believes there's a different power polluting our government and that people should wake up to that. Okay. Not the most flattering picture. Okay. Reading this alone seems like he's trying to like sleep with her, but that's definitely not what he was saying. No way people actually did that. That's like embarrassing. I mean, if he hasn't done anything, is it like should he be exposed to the public? Like if he wait, actually let me read this. Let me read this. The development comes as Fox and the New York Post say Tyler Robinson was living with a transgender partner. It's unclear at the moment if Twigs is the transgender partner that Fox and NYPD are referring to. However, Twigs' grandfather refused to deny the report. I don't want to comment on that. I'm not sure what his situation is exactly right now. The grandfather, Jerry, said after he was with the police, has been at his house and there's no way for us to contact. Okay. He had a twink back home and he went to prison. Come on. What? I like how we're just getting like all this stuff, and then we'll keep seeing Ariana Grande. Oops. Right, that thing's in the way. What?
Christianity or Jesus.
Wait, she's kind of cute. I have to see this. I have to see this.
Yesterday, after witnessing the assassination of Charlie Kirk on the internet, and it just seems so normal to people, like watching this man get shot in the neck, and everybody being so desensitized and just going on with life like it was normal.
You know what she said actually brings a good point. You know, before people seeing deaths on a screen, it was revolting. It was, you know, it was problematic. You know, that's why Friday the 13th, Halloween were ridiculed movies, because they showed that type of stuff. They showed, you know, sexual scenes and death. But that was fake. You know, that was fake stuff. I mean, the nudity wasn't, I think, but that was fake. You know, the gore, the kills, the murder, that was fake. But now I literally opened Twitter, and I could see, I literally scroll down. I don't even think I have to search it up on Twitter. I literally just scrolled down, and I saw like 5 videos of Charlie Kirk being assassinated. Like, I saw the bullet ricochet into his neck, and that it was like splurting blood out. Like, and I didn't, you know, I didn't flinch, I didn't throw up, I did nothing. Like, I'll admit, like, things I've seen on the internet, I've become desensitized too. But that doesn't stop me from feeling a bit empathetic that someone died. That someone who wasn't murdering children or sexually abusing children or committing genocides died. You know, he just spoke his mind. Did I disagree with some of the stuff he said? Yes. Well, most of the stuff he said, yes. But he was a family man. He still died. He left people, you know, he left his wife, he left his children, because he's dead now. And it's just sad to see where society has gone.
Something is calling me to my husband's barber.
Well, she's got a husband. We gotta back off. Oh, who is she? We saw them at a different angle, but Cat's Eye, is that like a Korean K-pop band or something? What? Oh, it's not. But I lesser Lesserfim. I don't know how to pronounce that, to be honest. But I know them because of Overwatch, as sad as that is. And they've made what the heck? They made a banger. Why did that? Lesserfim. Not members. I just want to see the band. They posted a banger on it's not even there, the song that I like. But they posted a banger. There are a lot of okay. I mean, I'm looking for something right now. Wait, is this really Soulja Boy? Each and every day of his wretched existence, he should be forced to go to different colleges, universities around America and explain to other young people how exactly his mind became so poisoned with a rhetoric of hate-filled, anti-American, godless drivel, and how this sick cult of destructive ideology turned him into a mind-numb zombie capable of cold-blooded murder. Each day, he would have to explain what teachers or websites taught this ideological crap and worked on his feeble brain that sucked him into this vortex of pure evil. Let him explain every day so other young people that are also vulnerable to these lies can learn the cold brainwashing signs and techniques to help and identify and prevent others from failing. I mean, is prison a good system? No. Can we use... Oops. I'm getting indoctrinated in this from all the reading. Oh my goodness. Can he be used for something else for good other than going to prison? Maybe, possibly. Is there a possibility? If there's any possibility, go ahead and use it. As long as he agrees. I mean, I guess. Not that he agrees, but. And he picked me out of the crowd to tell my story. I would have picked you out of the crowd too. Oh, sorry. There's so many in politics that pull the ladder up behind them. Charlie knew that in order to build up a movement, he would have to lift others, and that's a big part of what makes him so great. He genuinely wanted to see me succeed. Oh yeah, she's cute. And he cared immensely about everyone he ever touched. I remember when it started. I'm sorry. That was. Whoa! Oh, whoa! A21. Chloe, do you maybe? California detrans? Like you oppose transgenderism? I'm assuming that's what that means. Woman on a mission, speaking up for kids, faith, and truth, told Congress my story, and I'm sharing it with you. Oh, damn, what the heck? Wait, what? Detransitioned young woman from California and a follower of Jesus? Wait, she used to be transgender, but she detransitioned? That's what it is? At 13, I was put on puberty blockers. By 15, I'd had surgery. By 16, I realized I'd been misled, and now I speak out so other kids don't go through what I did. I shared my story for Congress and... Oops. That show anything weird? I don't know. Whatever. I mean, cool, I guess. Alright, I let the monkey in me take over. An email I just got from a very smart person who is now smarter, unfortunately, because of the assassination of Charlie Kirk. I used to think of Trump derangement syndrome as just people losing their minds about him, specifically, and knee-jerk hating everything he said, or did, or enacted. But I now realize that Trump derangement syndrome has made people lose their ability to tell the difference between right and wrong. I mean... Who's watching a 23-minute video on Twitter? The biggest tragedy in America are those Ariana Grande ticket prices. Damn. I've only ever been to one concert, and it was for Baby Metal. It was $50. Good price. It was at the YouTube theater. But why point that out? Who cared? Wait, so so it was a boy. It was a boy turning into a girl, a man turning into a woman. But what is? Why? It's not like the trans girlfriend did anything. Like, well, I don't know. What I know is that they didn't do anything. So, why point that out? Wait, they played in LA? What? No. That's bullshit. I didn't know they played in LA. Would I have gone to see them? I don't know. But I would have liked to have known that. Oh, this guy again. All right, okay. The Twitter brain rot was coming. All right, let's get to something a little funny. The Kino Casino. I do watch them. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, let's put that a little lower. Medicare? Wait, where are the videos in general? Really? They haven't posted since yesterday, huh? I think I saw that video yesterday, actually. It was kind of funny. That second one.
Introducing Grammarly.
Oh my God.
Like you've never seen before. Your all-in-one writing essential. Today.
Reaction to it.
Wait. I thought it was on, but I guess not. Give me a second. Where's those extensions? What? Alright, what? That doesn't make sense. Okay, so it's already there, but I can't use it. Oh! I had a bunch of bullshit on this. Alright, there it is. Wait, what? Alright, let me search this up. Can I not use extensions on private browsing? I'll get that out the way. Wait, what? Okay, there says there's details? Oh, there it is. Okay. Alright, what do I do now? Is it just there now? Oh, it is. Nice. Okay. I think we got that ready to go. Okay. Alright. Let's play this. I mean, I have YouTube Premium, so... I just don't see the... Why would I pay YouTube Premium twice? That does not make sense. So I might as well just use No. I might as well use a browser extension. Huh? What? All right, there it is.
Reacted to it. Now we're reacting to their reaction. That man, this is like a layers.
That's super loud.
Layers and layers of content.
We're sitting here reacting to us. H3 reacting to iDubbbz reacting to us. It's reactception, and this never should have happened in a million years.
We're on like level 5 reaction.
So amateur hour. Like, haven't you been already like at the top of YouTube? Like, you've seen it all, I thought. Now you're responding to like basic trolling comments like, oh my god, he looks dead inside. Yeah, so what?
I mean, yeah. I mean, I was never an not H3. I was never an iDubbbz viewer. You know, I didn't find his comedy funny. But you, I think they're like broke now. I think they're heading that way. But you were at top of your game. Everyone knew who iDubbbz was. You were probably a millionaire, and you should not be. You should not let petty internet comments get to you. That makes them win. That makes the trolls win. You know, she's absolutely correct.
The Twitch shit, or do you want to show this H3 stuff?
I'm gonna be real, folks. Let's do maybe a poll here. I think we should watch the H3 stuff. I only watched a little bit of it. I think it'd be fun to watch him react in the, because the.
I think we should watch him react to the parts that we're in.
Yes.
Just for fun.
The
it is reacting to the same video that we just reacted to.
But it's nice seeing another, like, I don't know. It
All
is
right,
a
you
little
want the
self-indulgent.
H3? All right, this is very self-indulgent and
It's
masturbatory for
very
us.
self-indulgent.
All right, we'll do H3 and then we'll do Twitch. All right.
All right. So here.
Hey, the fits are fire
again, I
though.
have no time to edit. It's just a straight up OBS rip of his show. Big shout outs here. Let's
Coming clean.
Hey, I have a quick question. Is that a fence behind him?
Very good question. That is.
No one knows.
Yeah, what is that?
What even is it?
You know,
It's just crap.
That's true. What is that?
The one I used to sit on.
And you set the core.
What?
He's
The
working
fence
on
Oh,
roast.
because he's sitting on it, right?
He's gay! He's a
Wait, did his mic cut off right there? Or?
Is a work in progress.
Oh.
You just tune that out.
Bro, you had so much time to plan this. Just fucking
know?
do something.
just figure it out.
Just figure it out. It'd honestly be better if that wasn't even there. Like,
It's green screen. Like, you know what I mean?
Is
Don't
that his
tell me to
green
tune
screen?
it out. Just move it. Put something else there. Yeah,
Or
maybe
say
they
nothing.
literally don't have enough space.
I'm having a hard time tuning it out.
Yeah, what if
I can't tune it out, bro.
They're so pissed about.
he just
they're
draws
more petty
everybody's
than we are.
attention to it. Oh yeah.
They're more petty. Than
Why
we
did he
are.
say anything? Like, just
Pointing
keep it there.
out.
Yeah.
Was that meant to be funny? And please, if you guys identify a joke at any point during this video, please let me know.
Should we raise our hand or something?
Yes.
Okay.
Interrupt me anytime.
Today, I'm going to be doing the thing that everyone tells you not to do,
Great.
and that is feed the trolls.
Okay, so
Oh, this is the video they made yesterday, but Ethan Klein is reacting to it this time. Okay, well, duh. Come on.
Double react. It's so funny.
Oh, dude, my nose is stuffing up now. No. I've been drinking Theraflu teas because this is the worst. Like, I'm pretty sure I got like some influenza, and this is the worst it's ever hit me. The worst. I've been sick for almost like for a week now. This Thursday that comes up, it's the 2-week anniversary.
He just goes, okay, like we can pause it here.
acknowledging, he's acknowledging. Was that a joke?
I don't know.
I don't think so.
Okay.
Oh, I thought that was the joke. No, I'm kidding.
Sure, so I raised my hand anyway.
I didn't know.
I
I thought he went
got
bald for some
confused.
reason.
I appreciate the feedback.
Tom,
So
stop
he's
being a
saying-
stupid pussy.
So Ian starts
Is
it
that
off
what it
by
is?
saying, I'm doing the one thing that we all know here on the internet not to do, which is feed the trolls. But presumably, he has a good reason for this.
One of the more important things I want to talk about
But he doesn't. Not at all. It's very
is my
charitable.
relationship with an
He doesn't. He doesn't explain why. He goes, I'm going to do what everyone says not to do.
Does
Feed
he
the
watch
trolls."
this on a
Anyway,
speaker, or why does he not have headphones
Wouldn't it
on?
make sense? He was like, and this is why.
So true.
You know, why is there no reasoning behind this? But guys, I have to expose this or this, these blatant falsehoods. I have receipts, and I'm going to show you guys once and for all. These narratives are a fraud. That's not what happened.
No, not at all. Anyway, let's go.
Yeah.
He didn't
right.
do that. He was just like, anyway.
Like normally people would say, you know, don't do this, but in this situation today that I'm about to present, because of A, Y, and Z, I am doing B.
He's failing to make a
I
coherent
didn't say
argument.
that right.
I mean, I already spoke about this, but I just don't understand why he would make a video like this. You're feeding the trolls. I guess you're getting ad revenue from the video, but I mean, is it really worth it? Like, are you really scrapping for pennies? Like, I doubt you're gonna get like $100,000 from this video. I think his subscriber base, his viewer base is dwindling, so I don't think he's gonna get that much money from the video. Who knows? I don't know. I'm not well versed in that. But what's the point of making this video? Like, you're taking time out of your day. You're putting yourself in a mood, because I'm pretty sure you don't like talking about the trolls. And who are you making this video for? It your girlfriend Anissa? I think wife. I don't know. Like, why the heck does she care? Why would she care? Like, I don't know who this video's for. The trolls? The trolls want this video. I guess if you want to feed the trolls, go ahead. I don't get it.
But yeah.
Anyway.
Anissa.
Yeah.
I love Anissa. I love
Dude,
everything.
so insecure.
More important things
Sorry,
I want
guys.
to
This
talk
is gonna be a
about
long
is
video.
my relationship with Anissa.
Is there gonna be lots
I
of
love
pausing?
Anissa. I love
Just
everything
the
about
audio.
her. I've only grown to
You love everything about her? That's just insecure.
He's overconfident.
All right. I don't. Oh, come on. Can a man not say he loves everything about his wife or girlfriend? Like, that's a little off. I know they're poking fun at him because that's how you get that. They're rage baiting him, okay? Like, I know they're rage baiting him, but come on. Can a man not love his wife or girlfriend? I'm gonna just say wife. I'm assuming that's his wife.
Dating. Oh.
He's like, everything? What?
Sorry.
Sorry,
you love everything about her. And by the way,
All right. I guess they're taking it literally. Like, of course you don't love everything about a person. Like, I don't love my mom 100%. Like, there's things we disagree upon. There's things that she does that annoy me. But, I mean, you get what he's saying. You get what iDubbbz is saying about his wife. You know, I know he doesn't love everything about his wife. But, I mean, yeah.
you don't need to convince us that you're in love, right?
Yeah.
That's between you guys. You
I'm
don't need to
so
show
happy
us these.
iDubbbz did this, you know? Like, it just makes me so happy he did this solid for us, you know?
It really was. You know, we appreciate it, bud.
You don't need to show us this try-hard picture of you guys doing a heart together. But you know, like, if you say whatever, you guys can be in love. I don't care.
Isn't this like the 100th time that he's already talked about this too?
I swear, guys, we love each other.
Literally.
He said, how many times is he gonna cope about this?
That's funny.
Move on from this.
Look at these pictures. I love everything about her. It's like, bro, I'm doubting. You got me doubting.
I love everything about her. I've only grown to love her more.
You don't love her food.
It's true.
I just debunked you right there.
Whoa, debunk.
Wait. Did he talk about Anissa's food? I don't know. I seen a couple of these Kino Casino videos, but I don't remember.
Debunked!
He's going
Snow
in.
Fact Check live debunking of iDubbbz's professed love for Anissa. We have seen him spit out the crab apple pie in 4K. It's felt it, buddy. He's cooked.
The crab apple pie. In what world was that supposed to be?
Is that what she made? A crab apple pie? That sounds... I can't even picture that. If I were to search that up, would that come up on a search? Crab apple pie. Oh! Oh, wait, no. Oh, wait. I remember. It was like this thing that looked super raw, right? I remember that pie. Is this real? That looks gross. It's not actual crab, right? Like, I'm just being stupid. Oh, wait, no, I am being stupid. I know what a crab apple is. Okay. Oops. I look retarded as fuck right now. Holy shit. Alright. Yeah, this does not look good. Is that... Ooh. Gross.
Good idea.
Oh man.
I saw you literally spit out a piece of pie. Pie she fucked up.
He's talking
Fucked up pie. How do you fuck up pie? It's all sugar and shit.
Oh, wait. Granted. I mean, I've never made pie. I don't know how to make pie. Would I make a good pie on my first try? Probably not. Would it taste good? I don't know. I mean, it is just sugar, but... come on. If that was her first time, you could give her some credit.
It tastes good.
Okay, yeah. If it didn't taste good, then...
Well, that was your joke. That was your joke. Do I comment on those?
Pie and it's fucked up also. My succubus pie took the cockle to the chastity cage and the bull cried.
I appreciate the acknowledgement of my humorous remarks, which confuse Ian and disturb him.
Yeah,
he's a confused
and a lot of
dementia
people online don't see it that way. For me, it's very obvious. I thought more people would be able to catch on. I am quiet, stoic, not talkative.
This guy, people love this. He called himself stoic in a video, in a series of videos of him bitching and crying. And...
Oh my god. It's so funny, dude. It's even better the second time. He's getting double felted, double stuffed.
We reacted to it.
That's so funny. He's stoic.
Now we're reacting to their reaction. Man, this is like a layers and layers of content.
Crying, literally crying on camera. If Marcus Aurelius could see you now, he would fuck.
All right, there's nothing wrong with crying, but if you're gonna cry on the internet in front of a camera, like, you're stupid as fuck. Everyone on the internet is a couple of vultures. They're looking for anything to take apart. And you, on live video, damn my nose, going on a camera and crying, you're asking for trouble. Major trouble. Wow, it's already 5? Holy crap.
Fucking off himself.
Shout out meditations.
If this is what stoicism is.
Shout out meditations. Stupid. Like, Thomas, what are you doing, man?
Yeah, they're killing me. It's good.
Yeah, I mean, he is the king of stoicism, right?
It's the opposite.
Isn't this something that somebody would describe someone else? But like,
Yeah,
you don't say that about yourself, right?
Self-congratulatory.
Yeah.
You're like, I'm stoic.
I'm stoked.
The idea is you don't care what anyone thinks. You live your life. Yeah.
Which is like, I think generally sound is used like it's a good thing.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
It's like respectfully quiet.
In control.
Shrewdly quiet. Right? Bearing the load of life and keeping it to yourself.
I am stinky. I am boring.
He bears load.
What?
Said he was stinky. He said he was boring. That's actually coughing to being a stinky boy in your mid-30s.
Wait, did he really admit that he was
Pull that
stinky?
clip out.
Okay.
We're gonna pull it out later.
Dex Cool Consumer for 10.
10
Big support. Let's go. Elo with a fire fucking response.
Here's the dictionary definition. You tell me if this sounds like Ian. A person who can endure
this is
pain or
brutal.
hardship without showing their feelings or complaining.
The only thing that's happened to items, right? Like, he had to be swatted, Nobody's attacked.
I'm sorry, that was really funny.
You know, this
That
is
never
the thing.
happened,
Like,
of course.
all that's happened is he's got mean comments on the internet. And he won't shut the fuck up about it, so he keeps getting more mean comments. It's a feedback loop.
Exactly.
Literally the antithesis of his entire being.
This whole video is complaining.
You're not stoic. You're fucking. You're the jester. No, he's not that. Actually, the jester
Not
had
even
a
Jester,
had a
too.
very revered role in the King's Court.
Jester's funny.
Yeah.
No, so
He's
I mean,
funny.
you know what he is? He's the pot maiden. What do you call it? The one who cleans, who fucking throws out the shit pot, chamber pot, the chamber. Yeah.
That's a dignified job too. That's like a medieval janitor. We love janitors. Thank you, AB.
I feel like he's the food test.
He was so confused by that comment.
That's the point. Yeah, all right, that's a better one.
Oh, that's true.
That's pretty good. Ash, what would the most lowly position back in the medieval times? What would be a lowly?
I think the guy that cleans out the fucking shitter,
Well,
like
that's
the
what they were
latrines
saying.
or whatever.
What they're
but-
saying that they are even like.
You know, Ethan.
Above him, yeah.
Bad pause, but
The grave
Ethan
digger?
Klein
People like
Yeah,
grave
the
has
diggers.
really shaped up.
disposer, People are saying.
Yeah, I don't think
The
there's
Black
anyone.
Death corpse disposer. Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's still
Village idiot.
Dude, that would suck.
There you go.
Yeah.
Nailed it. How
Yeah.
did we not get that right away?
It's
the
easy.
fucking ring the bell for our fucking color.
The king's ass wiper.
We're sitting here reacting to us. H3.
All right. She, not with the short hair, but right here, I must admit, beautiful woman. But the tattoos she has right here, they're fucking gross. They're ugly. They're nasty. They look so bad. Why do you have Why do you have like 100 tattoos on one arm? That irks me. That irks me. Like if you have like 6 tattoos like around your wrist, your arm, your hand, okay, fine. But she's got like 100 different tattoos all over her arm, and it just looks so bad.
Be reacting to iDubbbz reacting to us. It's reactception, and this never should have happened in a million years.
We're on like a level 5 reaction now.
Now, by the way, he goes, people are saying I'm being abused and she's cheating on me. And he shows these guys, and by the way, these Kino Casino.
He's on it.
Ethan Klein said our name. Thank you, iDubbbz. Let's go. Bring it up. House up.
All right.
iDubbbz thinking.
That's funny.
Oh no!
He said the thing.
Woohoo!
He said the thing.
No, Casino. guys.
Casino.
And I've caught some of their coverage of.
By the way, I like the way, how sometimes people will be like, they're the casino Kino or something like that. There's something like.
No, he
they're like,
knows right one. He goes, yeah, I've been watching some of their coverage. Yeah, he's watched it. It's not like he's like, yeah, I don't know. I've heard some people maybe talk about. I don't know who they are. He's like, no, I know their game.
I'm familiar.
Ian, they're funny, but they're extremely trolly and over the top.
Okay.
Oh, we're funny. Whoa, we're winning. Street thinks we're funny. We love you. Let's go.
Let's go. Holy
Let's
shit.
go.
Buddy, not in a million years.
I never thought
Not
this would ever happen.
Gotta give them a hand of applause now.
Oh my god.
They are like the epitome of what an internet troll.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Let's go. Let's go. I'll take it.
I'm gonna cry.
Rage baiters.
I'd like to thank the Academy. I'd like to thank everybody who allowed this to happen. Praise be to God.
Yes.
What is that wrapped around his mic?
And giving them, like going after them, is quite literally the dumbest thing.
Yes. It really is. It's dumb. Does it make sense? It's awesome though. For us.
You could do. You know they were going to be celebrating when you brought them up.
We were fluffing the champagne, dude. Like,
Oh, that's why they
on the street.
You got the giant
Hallelujah.
carousel.
Yeah, yeah.
Did you have that clip I saw of,
I was
of how they
just about
reacted?
to pull that up.
They love
I
this
sent.
shit.
I think you sounded in
I
the
haven't
Eli's
seen it.
pulling it up.
I saw like 30 seconds of this. I'm so
How
happy.
surreal this is. Eli Klein, the IDF's greatest soldier,
No.
pulling up a clip of me and Andy Worski in a positive light on the H3 podcast in front of 30-something thousand live viewers. There's no way this should be real. I'm like, am I fucking awake? Like, what's going on? Like,
I
what's
feel like I'm
happening?
still dreaming right now. This is a dream.
Chat
Yes.
in the beginning.
Look how they react to Ian bringing them up in a video. As someone who's an internet veteran, this
Yeah.
is the last person you want to be addressing
Internet
because
veteran.
Yeah, like I just realized they're pretty much trolls, you know, Kino Casino. And, you know, when someone says don't feed the trolls, that's what the trolls want. Exactly that. You know, Ethan Klein drops Kino Casino, their name, or I forgot what he says. And that livens them up. That adds to the fuel. That makes him want to cover him even more. I don't know what he's thinking. He's so stupid. I don't know. I don't want to call other people stupid because I'm stupid too. But but what he's doing is stupid.
this is what they want. to feed on. And by the way, you have zero fan overlap.
Yes! There's no reason to do this. There's no one who's a big iDubbbz fan in 2025 who loves the bog or loves whatever crap he shits out once a month, who's watching Kino Casino but doesn't know that we're mean to iDubbbz. This is crazy. Like, what's next? Joe Rogan? Jamie.
Joe Rogan.
You're that cock guy that gets made fun of. Jamie, pull up the casino clip. Look, they're dunking on it.
You're just gonna feed their families for the next fucking decade.
Okay.
Well, I'm big enough to be an entire family, and I will be well fed from this one.
You have a
Let me tell you,
family body.
I'm repeating the same jokes here, but this might be iDubbbz's master plan to take me out, to just give me so much access to so much succulent luxury food that I just keel over and die by the end of the year.
He's trying to make me relapse.
It's like, it's going to be a shame if Worski made hundreds of thousands of dollars off of this relapse. Like, ooh, unlimited supply of coke candy.
No.
Can I interest you?
No drugs for me. No, thank you.
Here's the reaction watch.
Oh, this is great.
This is amazing, dude. Look at H3.
I'm kind of hungry, so I'm gonna go find something to eat real quick. I'll be back. I'll keep the video playing since what? It's an hour long, 2 hours long.
Yes. Yes. How is this real? Buddy, this is amazing. Oh, man. No way. Ring it up. Lex Juther dub.
Oh my
Ring it
god.
up.
This is so, and the whole, everyone's just laughing in the studio.
Look at this shit. Celebrate good times. Come on.
Oh my god.
Look how happy they are.
Look how happy they are.
We're really happy all the time, but this one, you're right. We're very, very.
Exceptionally happy. I'm
I got
walking on
tears.
sunshine. Whoa. And don't feel good.
Years I've been grinding at this thing, man.
Oh.
17 years. Never in my wildest dreams did I think I'd be here. Holy shit.
Here they are, Ian.
I love these
But
guys.
this was the obvious results.
We danced for like a minute.
Yes. And Toilet Slime is fucking gold.
That's a hell of a set he has on the left
Yeah,
there.
Yeah,
they got a whole weird, interesting thing going on. But
We got Gem_VIP for 22 subs.
Let's go.
Woo!
Look, my set only works at night when there's lights. My set doesn't work in the
You to
daytime.
get more fucking shit for your set,
How
buddy.
many subs for me to fix my set?
We need the set makeover.
We need the set. We need the set goal. All right, folks.
Pimp
The only thing that's gonna happen-
pimp my stream set. Yo, dog, lighting's gonna get radical.
happen is they're gonna have their biggest streaming days ever. 'Cause
Yeah.
everybody's gonna want to tune in to see what they have to say.
He's a prophet. He's basically telling everybody to go watch our show. He's shouting it out. iDubbbz, what have you done? What have you done?
After Kino Wayne, I promise I'll get it set up. Okay,
You just
guys?
gave them the biggest shout out.
Yeah, so I mean, just wow, just on principle by design, or the theory behind this video is just, it's very dumb. It's very, it's just a bad idea.
You
Like, if
mean-
you told me this idea?
I like how H3 is like, listen, you're making me shout out the casino now.
What have
Like,
you done?
you know what I mean? Like, I now am legally required to fucking shout out the casino. Okay?
Yeah, I would be like, what? What?
You mean it's stoic.
Yeah, it's a very stoic idea.
Incoming. Don't know what the fuck that was. I have never gotten.
Look at Ian in this moment. Oh my god!
Like,
The whole thing is like,
they love it. They love it.
Like, zoom
They
in.
love me. They really love me. Bravo.
nitpick.
Bravissimo.
Look what he says here. This is the part I saw.
Every little detail to just be as obnoxious as possible. Like that.
Oops. My mic was muted. I thought I had food. I thought I had a toast, no, an apple strudel left. I didn't. So I'm gonna have to make the food. And, well, yeah. So let's just watch some short videos while we're getting everything ready. Asmongold. Oh, I know why there's interruptions.
Hi guys, it's me again, and today we're going to look at some of the interesting users on, you would never believe it, Blue Sky. That's right. And I don't know how this keeps happening, but yesterday after Charlie Kirk was brutally murdered, he was shot in the throat, bled out on stage in front of everybody, including his own family and his children. The number of people in the games industry who decided to go on.
Oh, the games industry. I totally forgot about that. Well, actually, I didn't know everyone in the game industry was speaking out on it. Or a lot of people in the game industry were speaking out on it. I just know that the Sucker Punch dev, at least a dev, that was working on Ghost of Yotai spoke out. And I think I think MBG said he wouldn't buy the game anymore. So, I mean, guess it's losing out on some sales.
Social media, particularly Blue Sky. A lot of these people, you have to understand that many of these people have already been run off of Twitter because there's a level of discourse and negativity that they can't really deal with. So the only place that they can really exist is on effectively a reservation like Blue Sky, where their opinions are protected and they're allowed to be vitriolic and nobody's allowed to tell them that they're wrong. Well, that's why we're making this video. We're going to be looking at some of the different people that, after the death of Charlie Kirk, decided to, and I'm not really going to be going through, everybody is going to draw the line at a different place. Here's where I draw the line. I personally have a big problem with people that are celebrating him being killed. I don't have a big deal if somebody says I don't like him or I never liked him or something like that. But for the people that are celebrating for him being killed, advocating for future violence, and saying that it's a good thing, I think that's what crosses the line for me, and I think that's what crosses the line for any reasonable, normal person. And so anyway, we're gonna go through.
Yeah, I thought empathy. I cannot tell because Twitter is a big platform, but it's kind of hard for me to tell whether it's a consensus that United States has no empathy, or if it's just Twitter or online. But there's just so many people, but there's just so many people in the world. So I'm over here going like, am I crazy for not parading over this guy's death? No, I'm not. But there's times where I think that way because, you know, everyone's parading on his death. Not everyone, of course, there's the other side, but everyone's using his death to move their own agenda. And we should be not mourning, but we should be, you know, just throwing our condolences out and then just leaving it alone. You know, the man died, political assassination, because, I mean, he was a political figure. I mean, he's not in any political jobs or anything like that, but he spoke his mind out. He was a representative of whatever political party he was part of. And, but, you know, he was assassinated. The police should, FBI police should be able to find him, and then we should throw our condolences, and that should pretty much be it. Because, you know, fighting this guy won't stop on why he was assassinated in the first place. And it's because, you know, they're trying to separate us. Whether who that is, I don't know. Like I said in the beginning, but they're trying to, you know, politics is separating us, and, you know, that's just not how, you know, that's just where we are, and we're not looking at why it's separating us, or most people don't even know that it's separating us.
A number of people, and the first thing I wanted to start out with today is that maybe you guys remember this from the beginning of the year. It was a big content year, I would say that, and people might have forgotten.
I didn't even read that. Kill Your Local MAGA. Blizzard technical artist and associate art director of Gearbox both wish death to 50% of America in a post and likes to their public Facebook. This is the type of atmosphere that Activision president Rob Kostic is fostering as he doubles down on woke DEI and ESG today. HR turns a blind eye to open calls for violence and death at these studios. They've often gotten away with these for years, as they mistakenly thought they were protected on the right side of history.
But there is a person who decided to advocate for killing your local MAGA. This was a Blizzard employee. And I want to say that after the video that I made on him and a lot of other people made on him, this person lost their job and effectively has ruined their life. And I want nothing more than for the exact same thing to happen to the people in this video too. So I hope that after you guys see these individuals and you see what they're advocating for, you'll be able to go out and tell their employer, hey, you know what? Maybe I'm not comfortable funding a video game that is employing people that are advocating for the brutal murder of a person in front of their family. Wow. And it's absolutely insane, but it's also not surprising. And so anyway, we're going to go through...
Yeah, I mean, was I surprised that people were making memes? No. Was I a little surprised that people were applauding his death? I mean, a little. You know, I'm a bit, what's the word? You know, I was a bit ignorant into what people, and how people really felt, or just like the levels of degeneracy people have fallen into. And I was a bit surprised seeing people openly as well say, you know, what they were thinking about his death, and that they wished it, I guess.
Some of these, obviously, you know, I put out a post about this before. This was yesterday. If you guys want to make a list, and this is something, I'll go ahead and just contextualize it all. So there's several game developers that are liking posts that are people mocking Charlie Kirk's assassination. We'll look at pretty much who these people are. We'll start off with this. These are people, Dennis. Let's look at this, and this is also on Blue Sky. I'm 6'5" and Vans, Blue Sky Social, sound effects associate at Bungie. So Bungie, you know the game that's trying to make Marathon. I guess they were too big.
Marathon, that game looks like shit. I had to add that right there. That game looks really bad, and I don't know why they're still making that game. Sunk cost fallacy, probably. You know, they already put so much money in it, but I mean, come on.
See, well, he's doing sound effects, not visual effects, so maybe he actually has to do his job rather than just copy-pasting something off of Twitter. But anyway, you've got somebody like this who's advocating for, and again, people might think that it's not a big deal. Oh, well, these people aren't making these statements themselves. These people aren't really saying anything that is that extreme. Here's the reason why it's a big problem. The reason why is because it creates an ecosystem and an environment where the actual extremism and the actual radical behavior is feeling comfortable. It feels comfortable in an environment where you have this blasé, passive acceptance of it, and you have people that are just basically complicit with it, but they're not openly saying it. They're just privately doing it, or they're just privately voicing their support as well. And, well, I guess in this case it's not private anymore, is it? And so anyway, we have a associate producer at Bungie who is liking and promoting tweets that are celebrating the death of a person being shot in the neck in front of their family and bleeding out profusely on the stage in front of millions of people. And so good job, Bungie. Really good winners you've got here. I can't wait to play Marathon. I thought that my expectations for the game couldn't be lower, but somehow Dennis has managed to fulfill, or exceed those expectations, you could say. I've got another one also. Kelly, senior producer at...
Oh, this was her, I'm guessing. I mean, honestly, if one person says, something bad, like they make a video of them laughing at his death. I mean, can you really blame the studio? That's one person. I'm not sure if that's the only if that person's the only person at Blizzard commenting or liking stuff like that. I mean, but can you really blame the company if one person's doing it? Like I said, I don't really know if they're the only person. I mean, if other people at Blizzard are liking what they are liking, I guess, but like I don't know what Kelly Snyder did. Let's check.
They and she. Okay, so we have also, and you're gonna see this word, this term, sucker punch, a number of times. We're not talking about the action, but we are talking about the company. This is the company that makes the game, or that is making the game, Ghosts of Yotai. Ghosts of Yotai, and this is also important to keep.
Yotai, by the way. Yotai.
Keep in mind is that the voice actress for the game, for the character itself, has gone multiple times on record making the most deranged, stupid comments like defunding the police. She's just your typical, like, libtard, insaniac, moron, retard, right? It's not really that complicated. But what it really indicates is that there's a culture in this company, and there's a culture in this environment where this type of radical, violent behavior and language is normalized. You have multiple people at the company that are all saying these things, and we're going to get to the other ones too. This is another person here also that works at the company, and so you can see right here.
Wait, so if this person's working at that company and they're showing their no color ID, they were receiving death threats, right? That's what that was?
Here. Obviously, this is them retweeting or post.
If you can spot me in Sapporo, Ghosts of Yotai mini doc, you win a prize. What?
Something that they did with the game, and then right after that.
I hope the shooter's name is Mario, so that Luigi knows his bro got his back. Huh. I mean, that's not for the things I saw, that's not the craziest thing that anyone said.
I hope the shooter's name is Mario so that Luigi knows his bro got his back. And I've been noticed that Twitter has noticed me from the... I've been told that Twitter has noticed me from across the room. Well, we certainly have. We absolutely have. And I think that these kinds of comments are absolutely disgusting. This is a person that works at a massive game company.
I mean, in another world, I would probably find it disgusting, but I mean that comment is, compared to the other comments, that's pretty harmless comment. Is it respectful? Hell no, it isn't. But compared to the other things I was saying, I guess because she's not really a public figure, but because she like works at a company like Sucker Punch, and she's kind of Sucker Punch represents Saudi. I guess that's a little different.
And they're openly advocating for on public platforms and promoting and celebrating the murder of a random person. This is disgusting. It's really disgusting. And in my opinion, I don't think that it should be tolerated. And that's the reason why I'm making this video. I think that everybody should try to message anybody that works at this company, anybody who, you know, like any sort of PR, any management, you know, anything like that. Let them know that you don't want to support a company that employs people that celebrate the murder of innocent people just for exchanging ideas.
You know, I've never really thought that way, you know? Just because someone says something, they should lose their job. But, I mean, I guess if someone says something that probably I didn't agree with, I probably would think the same. But no one's ever said anything like that. I mean, I probably want to support a company that had a child rapist. Like, if... I mean, you know, at heart, as much as I want to say I'm a consumer. So if there's things like, you know, if you know, if they revive, I'm not saying this is happening, you know, this is just a joke, but let's say like the Apple company, you know, resurrects Jeffrey Epstein and they start parading him because he's a child rapist. Like, I probably wouldn't want to support that company, you know. I could live without, you know, an iPhone, or I could live without like some AirPods, you know. There's other places I can go buy it at. But, you know, something I really want, like like maybe a Hollow Knight Silk Song, you know. I would definitely be questioning it. As much as that sounds like how much that sounds, you know, that makes me sound like a really bad person. But I mean, that's consumerism, you know. That's why we don't have any revolutionary fights, you know. We don't, because we're content with the entertainment we get. I think that's where I'm gonna end it. My nose is getting really bad right now. Damn you, influenza, you're getting me again. Ooh. Yeah, this was my stupid moment. Crabapple was literally, yeah. Let me put a banger on right now for you. Right now, I'm gonna get the last part of this stream silenced. Alright, I probably shouldn't play that. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the stream. Very different than what I usually do, but I just felt like I wanted to talk about it. I probably do want to do more stuff like this. I know I probably won't get viewers doing this, but I actually really did enjoy it. I probably should have ate before doing this. I could have gotten way longer, and I don't like eating in my room, so I won't eat in my room. I'm gonna eat downstairs. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time. Let's see which stream I end first. The one on Twitch. Okay. Anyway, bye. All right. Let me say bye again. This time on YouTube. All right. See you. Bye.